One of the most common questions I get is how much time does it take to build a website? And then, really, how much does a website cost? And the short answer is it depends. And before you roll your eyes, let me explain why that's actually good news. Because a website isn't just an expense, it's actually an investment that should make you money. And the problem that we see is that people just want a website to make their business feel legitimate. I think those days are gone. Anyone can build a website. You can build it super fast. I think what you need to build a website for is for the result. I build a website and therefore I get this, which is an investment that allows me to make more money. But it's natural. Most people start by asking how much does it cost to build because they probably have a number, a budget in mind, which is smart. You're trying to run a business. You're trying to make money, not spend it. But the better question is what do I want it to do for my business and really focusing on that and finding the people who can deliver on that. For example, if you're a local service business, your site should generate phone calls and form leads. These are opportunities for you to sell your service. If you're selling products, it should convert visitors into customers. The cost depends on how strategic your site is, not necessarily how flashy it is or how it looks. So let's break down some of the things that we're talking about. So, one, you have your strategy and your messaging. What do you say and how clearly you say it determines conversion more than design ever will. Now, design and user experience is completely important. And that's the second thing. A clean, mobile friendly design that guides your visitors to act is very important. But people really do respond to the first one, which is the words that you say and how you say it. Now, the third thing, which I find, what really comes first, strategy and messaging or SEO and performance? Well, if you're not visible, and when I'm talking about SEO, I'm talking about search engine optimization. And then a thing that's a little bit more important now is that's coming into the conversation, but by the way, no one really understands, is what's called answer engine optimization. This is happening because of this world of AI and how the chats and the AIs give you results, but they don't ever take you to a site. So what does that mean for websites in the future and what's going on there? That's a whole other talk that I would love to get into with you because it's fascinating. But for right now, most people have this website, but it's that digital front door is really closed. If, for example, if I were to build this beautiful billboard, and anyone who saw it would immediately want to do business with you. But the problem is, I placed that billboard in the woods and no one's going to see it. That's a lot of websites out there. So, this is a real problem. A website, just like a billboard, needs to be near some traffic. Now, the fourth thing that you can consider is functionality, booking tools, payments. Are you going to sell something online, memberships, etc.? What has to happen in order for that to work? The fifth and final thing is maintenance and ongoing support. These include things like ADA compliance. That's your American Disability Act. Are you compliant there? You don't want to get in legal trouble for sure. And at the same time, you can actually get tax credits back on your business if you do that correctly. And there's actually a blog about that on my site if you want to look more about it. Your terms and conditions, your legal rights and what you can do and how you protect your customers who come to your site with their information. That stuff is really important as well. And then you have these ongoing costs. There's two types of websites, ones that are functional and ones that are dysfunctional. They do have to be maintained. So that's the fifth and final thing. But most of those costs are relatively minimal. Most professional sites that I hear from agencies like mine, which is single point agencies to large agencies. On the small side, very basic, I start around 3,500, and on more advanced, more ongoing, they can go up to 10,000. But I know agencies that they start at 25,000. And a lot of that depends on the customization, the build, and what they're trying to achieve. But I think for most people, they can pretty much get away in the $5,000 to $10,000 range for a really quality site that looks good, and it looks good on all the platforms and a 30-inch screen or a mobile screen as well. I thought cost breakdown really made sense. But the point that I want to drive home is the the right website should pay for itself many times over through new leads, better visibility, and customer trust. And I would just encourage you to never stop working on it. Always be adding to the content, improving, A/B testing. That's also important. Instead of starting with what is the cheapest option, I would say is find people that you can trust and explain to you what's happening and can help you online. I think that's where the real value and the ROI lives, because the whole point of a website is to grow your business. And here's the real truth: you don't need a website to have a successful business. You need a great process, a great product, and people of integrity. That wins every time. In the end, if you're thinking about a new website, let's chat. And if that's what you're looking to do is grow your business, I would love to talk more with you. You can go to kudzu.digital. There's no .com, kudzu.digital, and request to book a 20-minute virtual coffee with me. And I'd love to talk to you and build, because building a great website shouldn't feel complicated, should really feel exciting. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for your time. Oh, and by the way, you can actually just, oop, oop, there we go.